Have you ever had that weird, nagging feeling, like there's more to the world than what your eyes can see? Like reality might be hiding something deeper, just beyond your normal senses? If you felt that, you're not imagining things. In this video, it's made for you. Because today, we're diving into a mind-expanding idea. What if you could actually see the invisible? Not with your eyes, but with your consciousness. What if the reality you've always known is just a surface layer? And underneath it, there's a whole vibrational world waiting for you to tune in. This isn't science fiction, and it's not some mystical metaphor either. This is a practical invitation to expand your perception, to step outside the box of everyday thinking and explore a version of reality where time isn't linear, the ego isn't in control, and the impossible might just be possible. In this video, you're going to learn how to break free from the limits of the three-dimensional mind. You'll discover how to tap into a deeper field of existence, a space Jacobo Grinberg, a visionary ahead of his time, simply called reality. Now, if you've never heard of Jacobo Grinberg, let me introduce you to someone who changed the game. He wasn't just a scientist. He was an explorer of human consciousness. A Mexican psychologist and neurophysiologist, Grinberg spent his life studying the way we perceive reality, diving into shamanic wisdom, and researching the powerful mental field that connects all living things. His most groundbreaking work, a theory called the Cinturic Field. It's the idea that what we see as reality isn't an objective, external truth, but something our brain actually creates through its interaction with a greater, invisible field of pure potential. According to Grinberg, this invisible field, the real stuff of the universe, can't be seen with the eyes, but can be felt, accessed, and navigated when our consciousness expands beyond its usual limits. In simple terms, what feels solid and fixed is actually a projection, a version of reality shaped by our minds and influenced deeply by our beliefs, emotions, and expectations. Traditional science brushed off Grinberg's ideas, calling them too radical. But today, we see echoes of his work in quantum physics, neuroscience, and ancient spiritual teachings. And now, you're about to step into that world with us. Here's the thing. One of the biggest illusions we all fall into is believing that what we can touch, see, and measure is all there is. We live in a 3D world. Everything appears separate, me and you, inside and outside, past and future. Time flows like a straight line. Life feels like a sequence of events, cause, effect, beginning, middle, end. But what if that's just a perceptual habit? A trick our mind plays based on how we're wired to experience the world? Grinberg believed perception isn't passive, it's active. We don't just perceive reality like a camera records video. Instead, our mind shapes it in real time. What you're seeing, feeling, and experiencing is the product of your neuronal field interacting with something much bigger. The Cinturic Field, a vibrational web that's not bound by space or time. Think about that for a second. If your perception is a creative act, then reality itself can shift when your perception shifts. In the 3D mindset, everything is boxed in a height, width, depth, and a clock that keeps ticking. But this framework is just a filter, a mental lens. And when we mistake the filter for the truth, we miss out on the real magic. Our minds project time as a constant flow. We believe that the past leads to the present, which causes the future. But from a higher perspective, time is more like a canvas. Everything already exists, and we can tune into different parts based on our vibration. Breaking free from the 3D mind means waking up to this, that the separation between you and the world is a construction of the ego. That what feels solid and inevitable is really flexible and alive. Grinberg said reality is a vibrational mesh, and when your mind changes its tune, the whole mesh responds. And that's where things start to get exciting. To really understand what thinking in 4 dimensions means, you've got to look at the science and the spirituality behind it. Grinberg's Cinturic Field isn't some abstract theory. It's a real, energetic structure, a field of pure potential that connects everything. It's not something out there. It's everywhere, and it interacts with you constantly. Grinberg came up with the term Cinturic by blending the ideas of synthesis and energy. What you see as reality isn't waiting passively to be discovered. It's the result of a fusion between your mind and an infinite ocean of possibilities. Picture this. Imagine reality as a vast, invisible ocean. All outcomes, all paths, all experiences are already floating in it, unformed. Your mind is the tuner. The clearer and more coherent your vibration, the more aligned and empowering the reality you create. Grinberg found that when people enter altered states through meditation, trance, or spiritual practice, they start to perceive this hidden field more directly. They begin seeing patterns, information, and energy that go way beyond ordinary awareness. And here's the powerful part. This isn't fantasy. It's real, accessible, and grounded in vibration. Everything you think, feel, say, and believe sends out a vibration. It's like giving instructions to the Cinturic Field. Fear, doubt, and resistance create chaotic feedback. But gratitude, trust, clarity, those vibrations shape the field into something coherent and aligned. The field doesn't judge. It just responds. Like a mirror, it reflects whatever frequency you bring to it. So to change your life, you don't need to force the outside world. You need to fine-tune the vibration within. Physical reality is the result, not the cause. And that's the heart of thinking in 4D. It's about realizing you're not just a passive observer in life. You're an active co-creator. The more conscious you become of how your energy interacts with the Cinturic Field, the more intentional and magical your life becomes. So if you've ever felt stuck in a loop, weighed down by the rules of the physical world, or haunted by the feeling that something deeper is calling you, know this, that call is real, and it's time to answer it. Welcome to the next level of perception. Welcome to your four-dimensional mind. Have you ever felt like there's more to life than what you're currently seeing or thinking? That deep down, you're meant to experience something bigger, a version of reality that's more connected, more vibrant, more real. That feeling isn't random. It's a calling. Because right now, you're not just watching a video. You're standing at the edge of a shift in perception. Most people live in a loop. Constant thoughts, scattered attention, a sense of time that runs like a straight line. Past, present, future. It's helpful for daily life, sure, but it also hides something much deeper. Something more true. Because reality isn't linear. It's vibrational. Everything is happening at once. Interconnected, alive, waiting to be accessed. And the first step to tapping into this dimension is expanding your consciousness. How? Through meditation. In meditation, you step outside the noise. You stop identifying with your body, your thoughts, even time itself. And in that stillness, something incredible happens. You begin to hear what's always been there, but muffled. You begin to feel the presence of the Cinturic Field. In this state, your mind becomes clear, open, intuitive. Time loses its grip. The past no longer feels gone. The future stops being a distant hope. Everything folds into a timeless now. Grinberg compared this experience to reading a book with all its pages open at once. This is how phenomena like intuition and precognition become possible. Not because you're predicting the future, but because you're accessing it as a vibration that already exists. Here, your intention becomes your most powerful tool. In ordinary thinking, our desires are scattered, low frequency, and full of doubt. But in this expanded state, your intention becomes sharp and clear, a vibrational arrow aimed directly at the field. And when that happens, you don't need proof to believe. You believe because you feel. You create not by force, but by resonance. Because here's the truth. Everything you desire already exists, not in some faraway future, but in the vibrational field right now. And when you align with that vibration, when you hold it steadily, your external reality begins to catch up. Meditation, then, isn't just relaxation. It's a portal. It's where you stop controlling and start aligning. When this shift takes place, life stops feeling like something that happens to you. It becomes something that flows through you. Now here's something most people don't realize. Not all desires are created equal. Some come from ego, from comparison, from fear of not being enough. These desires are noisy, incoherent. They fizzle out, or if they manifest, they leave us feeling empty. But then there are authentic desires. These come from a deeper place, from your essence, your soul's mission. They don't scream. They whisper. They don't come with urgency. They come with clarity. These are the desires the Cinturic Field listens to. They don't ask for justification. They are the vibration. When you align with an authentic desire, something inside you feels peaceful. There's no inner tug-of-war, no doubt, no pressure, just presence. This is the secret. Authentic desire doesn't push reality. It invites it. And the field responds, not because you demanded it, but because your vibration called it forth. So how do you know if a desire is authentic? Look for these signs. It brings calm, not anxiety. It stays with you. It doesn't fade. It feels true, even if no one else understands it. Once you feel that kind of desire, you don't just wish for it. You nurture it. You feel it in your body. You see it. You breathe it in. You believe it with every cell. Because manifestation doesn't happen by repeating affirmations. It happens when your vibration becomes a match. Then the universe responds, not randomly, but precisely. You'll notice synchronicities. Unexpected doors open. The right people show up. And the best part? You're no longer forcing things. You're flowing with them. Here's something powerful Grinberg taught. The universe doesn't respond to scattered words. It responds to coherent vibrational states. And two of the most powerful tools to reach that state, visualization and emotion. These aren't just spiritual buzzwords. They're the language of the field. When you visualize something clearly and feel it deeply, your mind stops differentiating between real and imagined. Your body starts reacting as if it's already happening. And that emotion, that felt experience, is what the field listens to. So don't just think about freedom. Feel it. Don't just wish for abundance. Live it emotionally now. Picture the breeze on your skin. See your full bank account. Feel the gratitude as if it's already here. And breathe. Let your breath calm your body. Anchor your mind. Let your exhale carry away the doubt. Each time you do this with clarity and presence, you're speaking the field's language. And little by little, it speaks back. You'll feel the shift. Not just in your circumstances, but in you. Because real transformation isn't about forcing reality to change. It's about becoming the kind of person who no longer needs to chase it. This is the final step to thinking and living in 4 dimensions. Dissolving the false identity you've mistaken for you so that your true essence can finally co-create with the universe. Now that you understand what 4-dimensional thinking truly means, what will you do with that knowledge? Because what Jacobo Grinberg revealed wasn't just a theory. It was a path. A daily practice, a new way of being, and it starts within you. Every single day, give yourself a few minutes of silence. Quiet your mind. Listen, not with your ears, but with your intuition. Visualize the life you wish to experience. Feel it. Live it vibrationally. Don't grasp with urgency. Don't force. Just hold your desire with truth, with stillness, with presence. Let time work in your favor. Because the Cinturic Field always responds, not to what you say, but to what you vibrate. When you shift your inner world, your outer world must follow. This is not magic. This is resonance. So live as though your desired reality is already here. Walk as that version of you. Think, feel, speak, breathe, align, and reality will meet you halfway. If this message spoke to you, subscribe for more content like this. And share it with someone who's ready to wake up. Let's grow a community of conscious creators. Not dreamers, but embodied awakeners. Your awakening has already begun. Now, walk with intention.